Hi, welcome to the crack of dawn. I'm so excited to be on. Last time I was on, it was a couple episodes ago. We were doing the Nutmeg TV studio portrait, which had Grant and Eileen in the background, and we have the 3 cameras on right now. Actually, my neighbor and best friend Mary Sue is sitting right behind me watching because we are going to go get some Italian food when we're done with this. We don't know where to go, but we're just hanging out, and we always hang out. So here we are. I didn't know what I was going to paint. So a lot of it had to do with go get a canvas. And I decided to get a long, skinny one. And I have an artist that I used to love, and his name is Wayne Thibault, Thibault or something, but it's French. And he would go and paint pastries, cakes, pies, and he would usually paint them like arranged in a row, but like really fancy pastries, not like a chocolate chip cookie that you would make at your house, like fancy stuff with all sorts of fancy stuff on it. So I decided that I'm not going to do like 1 cupcake or 2, but I'm going to do a row of 4 super fancy pastries, and I'm going to make them look gorgeous. I forgot my pastry thing, you know, the pastry thing that you can use to make it all fancy. And of course, it would take forever to dry, but that's a cheating way to make some fancy pastries look real. But this time, I'm not going to be able to do that. I just have regular brushes. So I'm going to attempt to make these great pastries. Now, so we got over here. Mary Sue and I walked in, and I was like, I'll get the pastries, you know, and I'll meet you inside, and then I'll go out and get all the other stuff that I need. So I get this, you know, the girl was like, I wrapped them perfect, you know, and I was like, I'll drive really slow. I promise I'm not going to go over any speed bumps, blah, blah, blah. So she goes, I pack them good. I'm used to it. So we get here. I put them on the counter in this string that they tie them up with, this fancy string that someone probably is a millionaire just for inventing it, but it's a fancy pastry string. And it's like fishing line, so you can't, you know, you could like really, you know, do some damage with these things. But she tied them all up, and she's like, oh, we're so used to this. So when I put the pastries on the counter when I came into Nutmeg TV, my sweater or my coat or my button got caught on this, and this box right here tipped right over and landed flat upside down. So instead of opening it up 15 minutes ago when we got here and laughing and saying, oh my God, these are going to be a disaster because they landed, you know, head side up, I thought, let's open them when I open the show and just see how funny it is. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to paint them flattened. I don't know if they survived it. Let's look at the good ones first. Okay, so this is Mozzicato Bakery. Rich just said there's one. Where, Rich? Middletown? Where did he say? Yeah, Middletown, like where Wesleyan is, because Rich works at Wesleyan. So anyway, they have a Mozzicato in Middletown. They have one in Hartford on Franklin Avenue, I believe. That might be modern, but I can't remember. And then they have one in Plainville, Connecticut, which is right near Farmington, which is where I live. And okay, the 2 that survived, one looks kind of like a whoopie pie. Okay, I'm going to put it out for us to see. Okay, she did a nice job wrapping these. And watch, I'll probably drop it again. I'm going to put them right here. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I just love the way it looks. And I'm going to do what Wayne Thibault did, and I'm going to whip them up fast. But I better move because, you know, okay, this one I just thought was gorgeous. I don't know what these are. I have no idea. I'm just going to sit up a tiny bit to put that one there, okay? And I want this paper to kind of show. And then afterwards, when the credits go on the show, we're going to try these out, okay? Wayne Thibault would always put them in a line, okay? We'll get rid of that box. Okay, and then what we're going to do is open the one that fell on the top. Okay, here we go. We're opening it up now. Let me think of what one of them was. A big, I don't know what they call them. Oh no, Rich, you're going to die. Okay, Rich has a bird's eye view. Okay, I got it. This is my favorite one. So it wrecked. This one wrecked too. Okay, this was a big tower. It was beautiful, but that's okay. That was one of my favorite ones, but I can't really fix it, so it's going to have to stay like that. I can turn it a little so it looks a little prettier, but I don't know what the heck that thing is. And then the last one, I don't know what they call these things, but watch. It's gorgeous. An attempt to put it back together. Oh my God. Oh geez, this is a disaster. I mean, it was just beautiful. Like, you know, it didn't look like this at all. So I'm going to try to like just make that look like it looked. And it didn't at all. Oh, here's another. It's got like a maraschino cherry on it. Mm-hmm. The frosting's pretty good. All right, so we're gonna paint these. Now, that's too bad that happened because these are just beautiful. And you know, you can, all four of these pastries, when I left, I thought she was gonna say like $35. And she said $16. That's really good. And I like salt over sweet. Um, she said $16. So, I mean, if you were having, like Mary So does a book club, and they read like fancy stuff. They don't read like Jaws like I do. They read like whatever, fancy New York Times things and all sorts of things. And I guess they, I don't know, I'm not in a book club, but I think one person like picks what you're going to read. And then they have like fancy stuff, you know what I mean? Because you're going to hang out, you want to like discuss stuff and, you know, have, if you're going to host it, you want to like have nice stuff. So she says she goes there sometimes, but I don't know, another couple bakeries. So these look pretty good. I'm going to start drawing them quick and we're going to whip this up. Okay. So I've got I could move them around. I don't really like this combination. So I'm going to move that one there and that one there, even though these two kind of look more alike. I don't know why, but you know, you want to arrange them the way you like them. And I like the way they look. Now, first I'm going to draw them. Okay. And this could be a really, really good, and actually this painting could sell for a lot of money if I'm good at it. So I'm going to try. And I'm also going to try to be quick. So I'm drawing these on here. And I got my passport. My passport came before the MRI. I'm not kidding. You know that I was just at the passport, like post office, like I think it was literally 2 weekends ago. It was January 11th, and I just got it on like my daughter's birthday, like the 24th. Okay, so I'm just drawing this pretty thing on here. It looks like a whoopie pie. I don't think they're really that hard to make, but you know, don't ask me to make one of those things. I wouldn't want it anyway. So I'm going to put this like whoopie pie kind of thing. There's a lot of shadows, okay? So I'm going to put those in. So anyway, the passport came, and you know, don't like to spread like crazy news, but I did get some news that I have a like a cyst or some kind of thing. I'm not sure, but it's on my liver. And it's big, I think, enough where it is poking into my rib cage and going into my back. So this entire time, the guy in New York City and my MRI, you know, shows this big, pretty much big thing. That's, you know, they probably have to remove it, whatever. I'm just going to do what they tell me to do. But anyway, that is the new diagnosis. Probably wasn't my back all along, but whatever. You can't get mad at people, really. I mean, I don't even know sometimes, but you know, I was first a little bit discouraged because I thought, oh my God, I can't believe I've been getting my back treated the whole time and it's been this, but that's what it is. So I thought I'd let you know. So that's that. So if anybody has that problem or ever did, let me know. It looks like this lemon thing looks very, and it's going to take me very fast to paint these because you know me. I want this to be sort of a modern looking painting, something that you'd want to hang in a pantry. You know, I'm drawing very fast here, as you can see. This one looks sort of like, I don't really know what it is, but it's got this maraschino cherry on it. You got to do the shadows are important on something like this, so you can probably not see as well. So I'm just going to start painting. Now, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some brown. So yeah, so I've been staying in Rye, New York, which is gorgeous. God, everything's so expensive. But, you know, I just get in the car with Georgia and she just drives into the city, and she's not a speedy driver. You'd think like, you know, people from New York everybody always thinks, oh, these New Yorkers. But no, she kind of drives old lady like me, not to be mean, Georgia, but that's good. And, you know, when people try to pass her and get crazy, like we were all over the place. I don't know what bridge we went over. I mean, I don't even know. I'm thinking we went over, she told me, I forgot. But we were looking at George Washington Bridge. And then, okay, so I got all my colors here. Remember, red, and there's a few different colors in here. This is the variety pack that you can get at Dick Blick. Yeah, so my daughter's birthday was great. She went out with all her cute friends, and they went to an escape room. And, you know, you can always tell who's smart and who's not when you go to those things. Oh, my God. When I went to one, I just was like, you know what, you guys, you don't, I mean, aren't you so mad you invited me? And they're like, oh, no, Dawn, you know, you're great. And I'm like, I can't solve anything. And you're always in one room. So I don't like that either. I'm not claustrophobic, but I don't, you know, want to be in one room. And I mean, I think there's maybe 3 rooms and they kind of decorate them. So, okay, so I'm going to do a little orange. Now I'm just going to go bananas and I'm going to whip this up and you're going to be, hopefully it's going to be good. I don't have my pastry thing, but I would have done that to that one. And I mean, I don't know, looking at it, I would probably want that one the most because it looks like bread. And I don't know what's in that thing. It's pretty long and it looks very croissanty and bready. These don't interest me at all. But you know, a lot of people love the sweets. But I just that whipped cream or whatever was great. All right, I'm going to start with this one right here. And I'm just going to start with brown. And I'm just going to put that on there. And then hopefully, you know, I'm going to use a lot of it. We are doing Black History Month at school, and it's so fun. They pick all sorts of crazy people, and I'm, you know, of course, it resonates a little bit more if you're painting, even people holding up the pictures of Harriet Tubman, and they're like, "Who's this?" You know, and it's fine. But I'm doing all of those, valuable people from, the movement and as far back as we can go. But I'm also trying to do their kids. You know what I mean? They resonate more with people that are alive. So, and people that are famous for sure. So it's fine. But I said we're not doing P. Diddy. Yeah, so you got to be a little bit careful, but you also have to, worry that, not everybody's perfect either. And plus, a lot of people have great accomplishments. I mean, look at Tiger Woods. My God, you can't just the guy's I don't think there's ever been a golfer like him. I really don't. Okay, so I'm going to do this whoopie pie next, but the whoopie pie is going to have a lot of white on it too because the light is hitting it kind of cool. And so I'm just trying to whip these up though, but I want to make these look like you want to eat them. And I don't know if I even want to give this one up because I can tell, I mean, when you go out and you really pick your subject matter, it's amazing when you can just pick, like I'm going to paint, cake. And, a lot of people, when I was on Larry Mangiello's show, what's it called, Rich, that driving show? I forgot what it's called. I was on Larry's show, and it's a car show, and here we are talking about paintings. But he's like, "Why do you paint cupcakes?" I'm like, "I don't know. I mean, I like painting the cupcakes, I guess. I don't know." So that one looks really delicious. And then I'm using my daughter's, these things were so popular, Stanley Cups, Hydro Flask. Oh, it's Stanley Cup now. Remember, it was Hydro Flask. Anybody with kids will know that every Christmas, it's like some new kind of container that you put your water in is suddenly $50. And the whole world has to have it, even if they're teenagers for sure. But my kids are pretty good with, not being too, materialistic. I mean, I would hope, but all right, I don't have any bread color, so I'm going to have to just mix my own color. I'm going to use just straight out yellow for this beautiful yellow thing, which is gorgeous. And I'm going to glob it on so it's just beautiful. And hopefully it's going to dry so I can put another coat on there too. And there's a little bit of yellow here, but you can barely see that. And then I'm going to have to make this color for my, the bread thing that I love so much. And I don't know how to make that color. And I did, there I did, I made it. I made it. So this color, it's got a little bit more brown in it. This is this pastry thing that I am just dying to try. Okay, and this thing is very, I'm just going to draw the whole thing first. And then I'm going to worry about all the custardy stuff coming out of it. And I don't know what it is. It looks kind of like maybe some like phyllo dough. You know how that stuff like pastry, that's Greek though. I don't know if they use phyllo dough in Italian pastries, maybe. So I'm just going to put that one in. And, all the old painters and everything, this is what they did. So this is what all the old school painters would paint. Now this thing, before it fell up on its top, that's what it looked like. And then I'm going to put, this thing has a little cute pink like bow on it like this. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And then this one is peach. So peach is just orange, white, and red. And then you put a ton of white and it turns peach. So pink doesn't have the orange in it. So basically red and yellow make orange. So yeah, peach would be red and yellow with a ton of white. And I'm going to put this peach little cute thing here, and that should look really nice. Then I'm going to wash my brush. Always wash your brush. Llava los brochas. I'm getting good at the Spanish, but my principal came into my bilingual class today, and he just hung out. And I was like, so I said to him, "How's your Spanish?" And he's like, "It's all right." But I'm like, "Yeah, but you do the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish every morning." And he's like, "Yeah, but that's the Pledge of Allegiance. That's like, it's like with me. Once they start talking fast, it's like, oh, God dang. I don't know sometimes." This has a really cute little leaf thing on the top of it that's adorable. And I'm going to make sure it goes all the way down where it should. I love that. Okay, I'm really trying to make this look so cute. It's looking great. This one also, they're trying to make it look like a flower, you know, like an Easter little flower. And I'm going to put that one on there. And now I'm going to go like bonkers because, you know, he hasn't come out. He usually comes out, Rich usually comes out and says we have 10 minutes left. And I'm not thinking that's going to happen yet, but it's probably soon. It is. I'm getting so good at this. He just walked out. So I got to whip this together. And I am. I'm going to whip that up. So what I noticed is, so I've been doing a lot of shopping at the mall, you know, because my daughter turned 18. And so I thought, you know, I'll go over to the mall and make sure your colors are really mixed good here. I said, I'll go over to the mall. And I always park at Nordstrom's because you know what? I love rich everything. I love money and rich. I love nice stuff. And, you know, I can't afford it all the time. But I like the atmosphere. I don't like walking into Cinnamon Bun. I don't like walking into the entrance by Macy's. I don't like walking into the entrance by California Pizza Kitchen where everybody goes in. I don't want to walk into the food court. I want to walk into luxury. So I park at Nordstrom's. I'm going to need more of this, but that's okay. It still looks pretty good. And then I park there and I go in and I already feel fancy just walking in the door. But I notice that I don't fit in sometimes. So what I do, I've noticed, and I had this super rich friend, her name was Kim, and she was hilarious. And she always shopped in the trashiest clothes. And I said, why are you've got so much money. We go out in like her Porsche. And like, she had so much money, but she hated when people harassed her because they noticed that she had a nice bag. So when we were in like really nice stores like Dillard's or like, I don't even know where we were, but like some of the stores out in Chicago, you know, what are the ones? What, it was Dillard's and what was the other one? Neiman Marcus. And she didn't like when people bothered her. So she said when she wore sweatpants and stuff, nobody bothered her. Well, I don't get any attention because I don't have all that flashy stuff. So I noticed when I shop, I bring old bags with me. So my son wanted some $177, whatever, fragrance, men's fragrance. It was expensive. So now I thought I'll keep these fancy bags in the car. And then when I go into Nordstrom's, I'll just stuff this thing with some socks or something. And then I can walk in already looking like I already shopped at Nordstrom's and I already went to there. And then I put these on my bag, stuff them with a bunch of old clothes. And then I just make my way in. And I know it's funny, and you can check my bags next time you see me at the mall. But I just thought, you know what? I like the attention, you know, and I don't have that kind of money. But it's so funny because she used to avoid everything. She was like, I can't stand, everybody's coming over to me. You know, they see what I drive. And I'm like, well, so she just wore like, this is your shadow, okay? So this is very important. And I'm going to put the shadow on all of these, and they're going to go around like this. But I'm also going to go back and put the nice doily going around it. And I suppose this could be 2 episodes. I'm not really sure. It's looking pretty good once I get going here. And, you know, 10 minutes is longer than you think it is. I mean, you figure if you're driving from Farmington from my house, you know, it takes me about 10 minutes just to drive to the West Farms Mall. So, you know, I don't really, it was packed when we went there, and I don't like going to places when it's packed. I really don't. So I didn't love it, and it was packed. There's also a store called Pac Sun that all the girls love. Pac Sun, you know, and when you really look at all the, even Nordstrom sometimes, I mean, way better quality of stuff there, but even sometimes you'll notice that something that's $400 or $500 is also polyester. So, you know, those kinds of things resonate with me when I'm shopping. But also, you know, I do anything for my kids. So if they want something fancy, and they're not those kind of kids anyway, but if they want it, I'm like, heck yeah, just get it. You know what I mean? You're only young once. Just if that's what's in and, you know, that's what you want, get it. I'm doing my shadow all the way back. I don't know how this thing looks on television, but it probably looks pretty scrumptious already. I'm going to put, I don't know what I'm going to do for background. I might do black because I think it might look good, which means if you're going to do a black background, I'm going to do that right now because I'm not going to have time. And this black background that I'm doing may help things pop. I'm also going to notice that some of this has some black on it. Okay, and I want these very simple. I don't want them too crazy. I want them to look like you want to eat them, of course. And then, let's see, that looks pretty good. And then this one goes into there like that. around. That looks really good. And yeah, you want it to look like you want to eat it. So it looks really real. Okay, and then I'm going to do the background black because I just decided that last minute. Kind of likes the white, but I thought, you know what, I think they're going to pop more if I do the background. I'm not painting the sides right now. Paint the sides if you're doing something like this. I'm not going to do it till I get home because it will take a lot of time up of our 10 minutes that we have left. So I'm trying to think what else. Oh my gosh. Yeah, passport came and, you know, serial killer photograph, of course, because the lady was like, I'll take 7 pictures of you. 5 more minutes. I can't believe it. So the lady taking my picture, she's like, did you come with a picture? Now, my daughter, of course, my daughter already had her picture ready. So she followed all the rules. You know, she's 18. She wants to look perfect on her passport picture. I could care less at this point. So the lady's like, I'll take 7 pictures and then you can pick. And I'm like, nope, take one. And she was like, are you sure? I'm like, oh God, please, I don't care. Like, as long as you just take the picture, nobody's going to see it except customs. I'm not going to fall in love with the customs guy, you know, wherever I'm going. It's not happening. So this is going to look really nice. I'm going to try to show you how this black looks. And I could do another episode, but I don't think we're going to do it tonight, but I still could do it. I'm going to try to go around all this so I can at least show you how good it's going to look. And I think I'm going to have this all ready to go by the time we go. And then we don't know where we're going to go. You know, we live near Pagliacci's and we love it there. But we also have, you know, there's only so much you can do. You got J. Timothy's for wings. We also have Naples Pizza down the road. And then if you notice, the so weird thing, okay, that I've noticed, everybody's like, oh, you can't get your hair done on a Monday. Oh, you can't go out to dinner on a Monday. Monday. Everything's closed. And I get it. The hairdressers are off for the weekend, right? Because they just did somebody's wedding or they, you know, everybody wants their hair ready for work the next. But like if I were a hairdresser, I would open on Monday. Hello. You would get all the people that can't get an appointment on a Monday. You really would. You would get all that business. And I've always wanted to be a hairdresser my whole life. Fashion design was number 1. And then you got to be good at math, believe it or not, but you do. And so that was a no. And then hairdressing, I would absolutely love. But I would be picky, you know, and I'm almost, you know, you wouldn't want to be discriminating, obviously, because that's mean. But tell me, do you really want to do perms all day? Because that perms were in, you know, back when I was in high school. And I can't imagine just the smell, doing that all day. Perms will probably come back. It's just been a long time. I think like hockey players kind of do it and like to be cool kind of thing, but I haven't seen the perms. I'm going to get more blackout because I want this done by the time you log off. And then 2 minutes, Rich is going to come out and we got forks ready. We are going to dig into this thing. I don't know which one I want to try, but he's going to come out in a second and we're going to dig in. I'm going to try this flaky looking thing. Don't make globs with the black paint because it's the background. Okay, this looks awesome. I might have to hang this in my kitchen. I love it. Looks totally real. I'm almost ready. We got 2 minutes. And as soon as I finish this little thing right here, we are going to try this thing out. Okay, 2 minutes. Remember, Mozzicato, great place to go to get, you know, even if you don't want to get a birthday cake, get your kid like 4 of these. It's like crumble cookie, you know what I mean? You don't need a whole tray of cookies. You can just have one, like crumble cookies, very popular. I'm just going to whip this up and then we're going to try it out. And then I'm going to finish this later because I could even do this with my kids at school because I could say I did this on the show. Okay, I'm almost done, Rich, and then we got to get the forks going. And but we'll even have it during the credits because he'll fix it all because he knows what he's doing. Look at that. We finished it. That's crazy. I think it looks totally real. And then I'm going to spray it with super shiny gloss because that's, you know, what I like to do sometimes. And then it's going to look so good when we're done. I just got to do a little bit of that. That looks great. I think it's a gorgeous painting. I love it. And this is something, I might even give it to Mozzicato. I don't know. It's great. They have one hanging in their bakery. In Hartford, they have one hanging up. They don't hang it, I don't think, at the storefront. It's like Mac's Oyster Bar. I said to the waitress, you know, I gave Max or Mr. Weinberg or whatever a painting years ago. And I look for it. It's not hanging anywhere. She goes, oh, that's up in our business office. We love it. I don't care. I'm glad it's in the business. Oh, we won't have time to try it. Should we try it? Rich is coming on. This is Rich Canestraro. Woo! Rich, how are you? I know, oh yeah, we were sitting. We are going to dig in and try this, and then we're going to sign off. Let's try it. I'm stepping on my Hugo Boss bag. This is so great. Okay, hold on. What should we try? We're going to try. Okay, hold on. You can fit on me. We're both kind of small here. Here we go. Okay, we're going to try. We're going to move this, and we're going to try one of these. Okay, without dumping my paint on the table. Okay, here we go. Watch me dump the whole thing again. Can you even believe this? Okay, here we go. Okay, which one are we going to try? This is crazy. Okay, okay, we got spoons. We can cut it because we want to try a little of everything. I can't even believe this. Can you even believe it? We got a spoon. Okay, we're going to try the lemon first. I don't like it.
It's good.
You think? Okay, I'm doing the next one.
I like it.
All right, now we're going to try this one and see we can each take little pieces home.
All right, then you gotta close it.
Okay. I'm doing this one. I had to do this flaky looking thing, and then we're going to have Mary Sue try some. It is? But see what I mean? Now you'll say, okay, I'm going to get one of those.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to the Crack It On. We love it. Rich, these are good. I don't know what it is. It's like a sweet popover kind of thing, filled with puffed pastry, cream.
The Saybrook Fish House in Canton has been serving fresh seafood, chicken, and prime steaks for 40 years. Experience one of our 3 unique dining room settings, 2 with fireplaces, or relax in our cozy pub with a craft beer, wine by the glass, or specialty cocktail while enjoying a meal from our new lighter fare pub menu. Serving lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Reservations accepted for parties of 2 to 42. Gift cards always available. The Saybrook Fish House, nestled at the crossroads of routes 44, 202, and 179 in Canton.